All right, y'all. So I got some new acquisitions to show y'all. But first, let me show y'all some old stuff. Stuff that's been out here. So I had moved my horseradish. I wanted to move it to a more advantageous spot. Where I had it, I just kind of knew it wasn't going to do anything. So as you can see, it's growing much better. It was never growing this well in the spot that I had it before. I'm sure it'll just continue to just grow. Now this here is one of the strawberries that Angela's Busy Bee Home and Garden sent me. Now she put in the comments that them strawberries ain't never gave her no strawberries, but I want to show y'all this. That's not abnormal to me. Look how big this strawberry leaf is, and y'all see my hand behind it. I've never had strawberry leaves that big. This one is the biggest plant so far. It hasn't put on strawberries yet, but you see this one back here is getting ready to bloom. And to be honest, if these suckers would just make runners for me. The last time I had strawberry plants, number one, I had them planted in a bad spot. Number two, basically I had them in full sun and they was getting burnt up. And then number two, the soil wasn't all that hot. The soil in here is much better. This is a combination of wood chips, biochar, and leaves, and I just mulch it every year with leaves. I do feed this bed a little bit, but I just use, my little natural fertilizer. I don't put anything specific in here. Just whatever I have on hand. That's usually what gets put in there. But let's get over here to all of this madness. So, y'all would have seen my Lowe's is committing highway robbery. Well, they robbed me for sure. But I couldn't resist because of, let me see, this isn't going to do anything. So I'm just going to break it off. And it looked like it got some seeds on there. So I'm just going to let that go back down into the pot. But yeah, we'll just break that off. Sometimes your strawberries, they don't do nothing like this one. That one there didn't do anything. So just break it off. But y'all can see, I ate a big one earlier. But you can see how big the strawberries are that it's going to put on. And just look at all of these. Now, let me say this. Show y'all over here. Y'all see all those berries. I'm not going to leave them in these pots. They're going to come out of there. I paid like $17 each for those hanging baskets. For the strawberries at Lowe's, those were the most expensive pots of strawberries. But the reason why I went with these is because the sheer number of plants. It's hard to see, but when I plant them out, and see it's just berries all down in here, and I see more blooms and stuff. I really looked hard. I think each one of these has about 4 strawberries in it, but they're already throwing runners. So every pot that I picked, they had runners, and I just kind of tucked, because like for instance, one of these was a runner, and I put, here it is, right here. I pushed this into the soil while I was at the store because it was hanging out over the edge of the pot. And I did that in a couple of places. So I know that when I separate these, because when I'm waiting on the way I got that pool, I'm either going to get that same size. I'll probably get that same size, maybe bigger. We'll see. And my pool is going to be a strawberry patch, basically. Then I got these two. I think this one has 2 strawberries in it. This one don't have but 1. But I didn't pay very much. What did I pay? Let's see. I'm trying to show y'all. I think I paid 3 something. Maybe $4. But see, these, it's about to lose its leaves. But those strawberries have those beautiful red flowers. And I had those before and had them planted in a bad spot and the strawberries died. Strawberries are an easy plant if you got them in the right spot with the right nutrition and stuff like that. And we'll see if I can keep these to continue flowering like this. What I don't like about it is I think these are Bonnie's. Oh, this is Lowe's brand, which is probably Bonnie. But They don't tell you what variety. Now Bonnie is calling this sweet berry. I did taste one while I was at the store. I done told y'all that trick. You get mad at me if you want to. I'm tasting this stuff. I don't want nothing that tastes bad. I ain't paying, because that's $17 a piece times 4. $4 more. Child, I lost my mind. When they rung me up, it was over $100 and something with tax. And I don't go up in there spending money like that. Not for plants, I don't. They had bought up all the pecan trees, so I didn't have no luck with getting me no pecan tree. I was going to get that desirable pecan and that creek pecan, but it is what it is. That just, when I go back and it ain't there, to let me know I wasn't supposed to have it. It wasn't meant for me to have. Now I'm going to show y'all these two. This is Barbados cherry and that's Barbados cherry. Now y'all know I got 2 little ones back there in the bag. But I went on and got these, number one, because they're really putting on all those light leaves. They're putting on a lot of new growth. Not only that, look at how much bigger. They were $14 a piece. Those other 2, I don't know. They have different strains of Barbados cherry, because sometimes people will plant the seeds or you have a different variety. That may be a different variety I got back there. I don't know if I'm going to keep it and sell it. My first thought was to turn around and sell those plants and basically either break even or take a small loss on those plants. But I don't know. But I've been wanting the Barbados cherry for years, and it's so many things that I want. I want Jabota Cabo. It's a lot of tropical stuff that I kind of want. Ain't got no business growing. But yeah, so that is what it is. The figs and the guava are leafing out very nicely. I want to show y'all. I did pinch the top out of that. And as soon as I pinched the top out of it, these little side branches, it started pushing more growth into them. I did that on this one too. See that little brown place in there? I broke the top out, and then now you see there's a bud coming in, there's a bud on the back. So if you want your figs to branch out, I don't want one long whip. Like once they get about that high, they can go ahead and start branching out. And sometimes they'll grow new shoots from the bottom. They'll do that. Some varieties do it more than others. Like for instance, if you look at this one here, it's doing it. This is an Emma. Brown turkeys definitely do that. Really, all figs will do it, but it seems like some do it more than others. These behind me are my brown turkeys. They're looking really, really good. I can tell that they're enjoying the spot that they're in. I had 2 little tiny figs come off, and sometimes your first figs will come off of your tree a little bit. Over here, this is kind of a low spot, and I'm going to try to work out this low spot over here and try to work out it. Really, the water pools a little bit. I made me a little trail to get the water out of here, so it'll pool right here, but I'm gonna do something. Put dirt, put leaves, put whatever. If I put leaves, eventually the worms will eat it. They'll break down. There'll be soil and it'll level out. So I got a little groundwork to do, but this LSU gold is looking so good. It really is. Y'all excuse me while I dance around over here. I'm trying to compact that soil a little more. It actually rained 2 days ago. Can y'all see? It's not super soupy, so I'm not fearful of my figs drowning. But it may be helping them. Shoot, they may be sucking that water up fast and just growing faster. But these figs look pretty good, you know. And show y'all this. So I put a bag on that one. Look at that one already. I put a couple of bags over here, and a lot of times I put the bags on early so that I won't forget. And then also, if you go ahead and bag them, if your fruit falls for some reason, you know that it's falling off, because your bag will be on the ground. My peach grafts, I'm pretty sure that one over there is going to take. I think it's pushing out a bud. I think this one is pushing out a bud, but I'm just trying to leave it alone. That one where it tried to flower, that dried up and just went away. But by pushing out the flower, I'm thinking that graft took. I don't know. The one over there, not sure at all. I'm seeing is how the peaches are trying to fruit. They may be concentrating more on this fruit than anything else. Can y'all, let me see. Y'all see those fruit sets there? So we'll see what kind of peach production we get this year. Last year, I didn't hardly get nothing. It didn't hardly bloom. Well, it bloomed, and I think we got a frost or something, and it knocked more than half the blooms out or whatever. But it seems like, come on now, camera. Are you playing games? Boy, these fandangle instruments. They keep talking about these cameras get better, these phones get better. They'll lie. Phone I had in junior high had a better camera. Anyway, so on my navel orange tree, y'all can really see that new growth coming in. There's a branch there. It's gonna try to, so this is gonna try to hopefully branch out, because the shape of this tree, this one little thing, that ain't doing it for me at all. And these leaves, I've got to try to maybe even them out some over here. But the kumquat is doing the same thing. It's putting on growth. I see a bunch of little where branches is coming. So I'm happy to see that. They're looking nice and green. There's a few little where the cold kind of, these little burnt spots. But I'm going to leave those leaves for now. It'll be okay. Let's see. Let's go over here and check out. Y'all can see the pears. I don't know if these are gonna make it. They look suspect. This tree always drops a lot of fruit. But look at these. Those look nice. So the peach, excuse me, look at my peach. The pear, those are looking pretty good. The pears that I see, I always get this stuff. Every now and again, I get one of these. If I can get it to focus. Let's get this way. This one right here, and I'm gonna break it off. See that? I always get one that looks kind of diseased like. See that? Well, I get a couple, not a lot, just a few. Not sure what that is. I'm gonna have to look that up and see what that is. But I don't get a lot of them like that. Just a, 2, 3. But I see. I think I may get some decent pear production out of this tree this year. In order for me to get the pears, though, I'm gonna have to bag them. I'm gonna have to bag these pears, because if I don't bag them, I already know what's gonna happen. The squirrels are gonna beat me to them. Pears are notorious for putting on growth so fast. When I come over here, this tree don't ever hardly really seem like it want a fruit. Like, it make a little fruit, but then don't hardly seem like it want a fruit. So I believe I'm gonna go to grafting onto this thing. Anything that don't want a fruit for me, I done figured out these grafts, it's over. All the stuff I graft on, just too many branches for me to graft on top of. And you can tell it's made fruit before. Anytime your limbs on a pear tree do like that, that's because it was carrying fruit. And then the limb lignified or got hard while that fruit was on it. And it drags it down. But I'm not gonna fight with this stuff. I'm really not. So you can see, hopefully y'all will be able to see. Can y'all see that? And then this one has grown out. I know it's the camera or something else. I ain't just gonna play the hell out of me. But look at this one. Look how long. But you can see these long. So my grafts on this pear. Then this one's blooming. That one's gonna put out blooms, look like. So all the grafts on this pear tree took. Try to show y'all. Hopefully y'all seen my grafting video. I know I put it out before I'm putting this video out. So I did 2. So my neighbor had an apple tree down the street. I did 2 grafts on that. We'll see if those take. Did I do 2 or 3? Because I might have did that one too. Let's see. That's the neighbor. That's the neighbor. But I feel like so is this one. So maybe I did 3. I did 3 grafts from that. I've got some grafts from Skill Cult. Some Scion wood that I got, which I'm very excited to try. I'm excited to go ahead and get it grafted on this year. And then, you know, grow it out so that I can taste. Because the apples sound delicious that I have. And they're apples that he has, crosses that he specifically did. So if you're into grafting or you have an apple tree, you want to try it, go over there and see what scions he has left. I bid on some of his stuff on FigBid, but it got really high because the brand new stuff that he has coming out generally goes for kind of a decent price. Which, I mean, it's fair. I ain't knocking it. This one is actually trying to bloom. Let's see. Like I said, don't ever do your videos at dusk or dawn, or your camera just freaks out. That's all it does, is freak out. But you can see my grafts. I don't see any grafts that I'm saying just like failed. I'm not seeing any of them that I'm like, okay, they failed. I'm excited that the one that I regrafted over really quickly, the next day it broke bud. So I think that thing just really wanted to grow, and this also probably was pushing a lot of sap and stuff. This is one of the Pendragon, one of the red fleshed. I'm interested about that too. A lot of people don't know that red fleshed apples even exist. So I know that I didn't know that they existed until a few years ago. So, and if you're into red fleshed apples, Skill Cult, he does a lot of that's what he mainly is focused on. He does other ones too, but it's mainly red fleshed apples that he's interested in, and that he breeds and does his own crosses and comes out with apples. But here's the big tree. The sun's shining on this tree, so I probably won't have to do a whole lot to show y'all the fruit. But can y'all just see the sheer amount of fruit? It's even still kind of blooming. But this tree always gives me, when it fruits, it fruits. And I'm about to get a red flesh pear. So they have red flesh pears apparently, but I have access to one of them, and I'm gonna graft it. I don't have access to the other one. The other one's in UK. They say that's if you can find it. They say it's so rare, it's hard to even find cuttings for it. So that may be a pipe dream, but my graft did take. If you can see that bud up there budding out. But what I'm gonna do is to help it. So you kind of want the energy going into your graft, and when you have stuff like this right next to it, these little limbs, and don't worry, it'll grow back out of there again, but I'm going to break that off so that the energy goes more into the graft and not into those small little insignificant branches. Because when you cut the top off a limb, it wants to naturally branch out. It sends its energy. Since it can't send it up, it sends it out. So now that we're past, and the squirrels is just digging away. So last night we had 33 degrees, and I didn't want to put my citrus out here until I figured the coldest of the cold is gone. I think it's gone now, so these cages are going to go bye-bye. They're going to get reused, probably in the front. Look at that oak tree. And I'm going to put those calamanzis that I have here. The calamanzis, she sent me like a lemon that's like, it's like a Meyer lemon, but it may not be exactly a Meyer lemon, because I don't think it was, I don't know if it was started from seed or if it was a cutting or what, but she said it's not a regular sour, super sour lemon. It's a sweeter lemon. She says the juice is amazing. So I'm going to plant that out here, and I'm gonna try to get this citrus in a place where I can really get it to grow and take off. It's in pots. It's doing fine. Plus, I think this would be a good area. It's a sunny enough area, and citrus don't need a ton of water. So I think this area will be good. I won't have to water it a lot. I'll make sure that it gets water, but I won't water it a ton. I'll probably just mainly make sure that my what's the stuff called? Longevity spinach gets water. I'll make sure that that gets water. But the longevity spinach is not picky. It doesn't need a ton of water. Watch me as I pull oaks. This is something that I do when you have oak trees all around you and they drop millions of acorns and the squirrels bury the acorns, and it's ridiculous. So bananas coming up there, not looking like much. Banana over there. More bananas will come up. The crocuses got really, really long. They didn't produce any flowers, but my peanuts are coming up in here, and I got some peanuts right over there coming up too. So my berries are looking like something. The grapes need a little bit more warmth, consistent warmth, I should say. But y'all can see the blackberries on top of all this pine straw. So the pine straw is gonna help me try to smother that. I don't know if I want to put some kind of border and make all of this like one huge bed. You see what I'm saying? Like if I put something around it and catch all of that, and then when I mow, like it'll look, somewhat presentable. I got a plan for that compost. It's not going to sit on the ground anymore. Oak roots. Those are two big twin oaks with a crepe myrtle in the middle. All that crap fruit fused together. It's crazy. They apparently planted the crepe myrtles on purpose. The oaks grew, they didn't care, and the oaks fused into all of it, so it's all growing. I didn't know trees could grow like that on top of each other. So this yard is definitely an experiment of sorts. But yeah, so look at that, just pile steadily growing. So I don't want the oak roots growing up into my compost, stealing all of the nutrients out of it. So I'm going to deal with that. Wild blackberries, I'm gonna reclaim that soil and kill that blackberry. I don't care nothing about it. It's a wild one. They taste okay, but they don't taste good enough for me to deal with the thorns. I'll deal with a thorned variety if it tastes like something. These thorn varieties that taste like trash, I'm not gonna deal with. So let me fold my little chair up. Fold it up out the way. Okay. So the greenhouse is looking a little emptier. I took a lot of stuff out, left some stuff in. Those are some apple cuttings that I got from down the street. I'm probably maybe gonna do 1 or 2 more grafts on those. I'm gonna try to root some. I want to try my hand at rooting them. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I tried rooting a pear tree before, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I failed. So, but I don't know what I was doing. I was kind of flying by the seat of my pants. So sowed some more seeds. Where we at? 23 minutes. I'm gonna hurry up. I sowed 2 more arroz con pollo in here. There's the one that came up. These are all ají dulce, and I didn't put anything in here. That's 1 too. I didn't put anything. I just had that one spot. These are looking really pretty. These are the seeds that I saved. I'm gonna say this again, just like I said in my previous video. I really do feel like seeds you save because they're super fresh, and because especially if you really, really give them a good chance to mature on the plant, I just really believe that your quality control can be better. You do not know when they pick. Look at this. This lizard with no tail, which I'm sure Chris did that, or Felix, has been in here forever, but I've been letting him because he's been eating all the bugs in here. Hey, I'm going to have to name you. Look, y'all tell Supreme Wife. She probably going to scream because I'm over here about to touch a lizard. She hates lizards. But anyway, so I really feel like when you save your own seeds, because these seeds came up super fast, and they're not going to stay planted that thick. I sow them like this, and then I weed through, because I have pulled already some that were weaker. But you know, when you save your own seeds and you have this many, you can do this. Same thing with these. You just see how pretty they are. These are bought seeds. Look how much slower. And I sold all 3 of these at the same time. I sold these at the same time. No true leaves on these. These are Pippin's Golden Honey. And I gotta get some peppers off of this year. I ain't gonna go back through it, but somebody stole 2 of my peppers. I know who did it, but we don't get in there. And he ate my damn peppers. And naturally, I was growing the first 2 specifically to get seeds because the seeds were so hard to get them to germinate. And even when I got 5 of them to germinate, only 1 plant made it. So you see what I'm saying? But I find when I save my own seeds, I mean, proof is in the pudding. Shishito bought those, nothing came up. I mean, you see what I'm saying? You buy things and get things and you hope and pray and you want people to be honest. And that's spaghetti squash seeds I saved out of a spaghetti squash from the store. So I have several little mushroom baskets. And I threw in some peppers. Mini bells. I threw those in. Grocery store. That's my grocery store experiment for this year. I usually always have a grocery store experiment. I need to pot up this tatsoi the same way I did these cabbage collards. Baby, Bonnie ain't got nothing on me with my starch. Y'all ain't ready. Bonnie ain't got nothing on me. They not ready. So I need to do the tatsoi the same way. I have not done so as of yet. Okra's looking good. I still got okras coming up. The pigeon peas. I'm going to find, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of those. This red gungo is going so slow in there. But like I said, I think those seeds were just, once again, I think Skill Cult saved these seeds from his own tomatoes. It's outdoing them Baker Creek mushroom baskets. It's outdoing. This is a random volunteer. I'm leaving it because volunteers usually do good, but it's kind of growing slow. Clausen sent me butterfly peas. I think I planted 5 seeds and 2 came up. The other ones may come up. I don't know. We'll see. But I don't need, I don't need but a couple, baby. I don't need but a couple. I don't think that salmonberry is going to come up. I think I'm actually just going to buy a salmonberry plant. I had some seeds in here. I'm almost positive that these seeds in here are not going to come up. This was Roselle. I don't think it's going to come up. And this was some kind of melon on this side. I think Fonzie melon. No, I put Fonzie melon over here. Fonzie melon didn't come up. I think them seeds too old. I think I'm going to sow them all. When they old like that and don't nothing come up, I'm getting rid of it. I got time. This I didn't have but 3 seeds. Sowed it. And it didn't come up. I'm interested in the melon though, because it's an interesting looking seed. These was something else on this side. I forget what kind of, some kind of melon. That didn't come up. So, onions looking good, leeks looking good. I put some more seeds in here, or I put lemon drop melon in here. And I saw the seeds opening up. I had to push some of them. You know how the soil kind of gets. So I anticipate those to come up. My corn. It's almost time for the corn to go out. None of my garlic chives came up. Those seeds were extremely too old. Let me show y'all this. And I don't even know what to do. Look at this. Can y'all see that? It's making mulberries and everything. This is supposed to be rooting. And it's trying to make mulberries. That's crazy. So, I'm trying to see, do I see any roots? I can't really say I see roots, really. But I think I'm going to leave it alone. And just let it see what it do. But what I will do is, instead of having that on it, I think I want to get a Ziploc bag. I got one back here. A larger size Ziploc bag. I think that's what I want to do. And put that on it. Because I think that cup may have been holding it back a little. So I'm just going to put that. I'm going to put that on there. So you want your bag on there until it roots so that you can kind of create a greenhouse effect. I got 2 grape cuttings I got from Skill Cult. I forget what the name of the grape cuttings are. But those figs in there, LSU purple, those are from Go Grow. So go grow all of your cuttings took. Pomegranates, y'all know all this stuff. Citrus. These are still the Pakistan mulberry. Now how far this is growing out, I'm wondering if that one hasn't took. I haven't tugged on any of these. The one where I broke off, they're making new bulbs for me where I broke those off. I bought, let me put this in this box. This is all I need. No, I'm putting it in a bucket. I'm gonna throw the box in the trash. This all I need is another box in here. Okay, I got another trash in here. I'm trying to gather up all this old trash and stuff. Anyway, I bought, y'all don't mind these blackberries. I bought or the white flies. Y'all see all that flying? Boy, when I tell you I want to spray something over there. And they all on these blackberries. They're not on nothing else except for the blackberry. And I wonder if that's why the lizard like it up in here. But anyway, I bought some they call strawberry tree or Jamaican cherries. And I bought a red one and a yellow one. So that's that. Y'all can kind of see it's a pepper coming. I wonder what kind of pepper that is coming up in there. I got some volunteers. I got some weeds. But that's callaloo back there. And then I want to show you, this is new back here. This is another way to make your greenhouse. Put something on top. So y'all see these cuttings. And I know y'all didn't see them when I initially put them in. But these buds are swelling. I got these. These are Maui mulberries. And I got these from Dan Permaculture on his Etsy store. So I stuck them down in here, and they're looking good so far. And I've been keeping them moist and keeping them watered. And that's on, you know. And then I got this plastic. These here are some white mulberries. They tried to start making mulberries on me, so I went on ahead and knocked that off. They'll probably make some more buds. You can see they're not dead. I knocked off of here and off of there. But sometimes you don't. That's why I'm kind of fearful of those other ones. They trying to make those mulberries so fast, and they growing. Those the other ones in that cup is what are those called? Illinois everbearing. What is that? That ain't no bee. Is that a hornet? I'm getting ready to get up out of here. I don't know if that's a hornet. Oh, and I caught you. Baby, where you think you going? You finna get... Wait a minute. Just wait till I find me something. Because I ain't touching you, you furry. Some of them furry ones, they sting you. When you touch they fur. They cute. Till you try to pet one. I learned that the hard way as a child. Come here. Come here to me. Don't you hang on to my stuff. Look at him. Look at him, YouTube. Look at him. Come on out here. You finna be bird food. The birds like this pile. I done swung him off over in there. I lose my golf tee like I play golf. I do not play golf. I suck at golf. It's one of the sports I never could really get into. I can watch, but I can't play. Anyway, I started some other seeds. I done forgot what they are. But I'm so glad I got you out. Wonder what you was up in here eating. Child. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Baby. I'm glad I got you out for nightfall. You'd have been in here at the buffet. But anyway, on that note, let me look around and look a little harder. You don't see nothing else getting ate up. See no more creatures. Shoot, I need some birds up in here. Okay, y'all. I think we got it. Shoot, I can't. I just can't. I'm going to have to put some soil in there because same thing I did with those mulberries. I'm probably going to do in there. And maybe, because I got some more coming, I got some white Shatut, white Pakistan mulberry. Oh, I might have too many. After that, I think I'm through with mulberry varieties. Unless I can get that one Dan talked about, which was World's Best. I kind of want that one. If he put some cuttings for that in his store, it's going to be on like Donkey Kong. But I'm getting off of here. It's been way too long. It's been real. For those that made it to the end, type in let me see what I can have y'all type in. Get that worm. Until next time, see you guys later.